When we are recording it in the sheet.
Prabhuji, here he's telling Narasimha Dev to cease your anger. Means he's so much. I cannot tell any person that तुम गुस्सा हो गए हो, तुम शांत हो जाओ. But he is so much close to Narasimha Dev that he can tell this also. Uh, some type of Sakya is also coming here, Prabhu.
No. Not Sakya. It's always in the mode of Vatsalya Bhava only. Son, child Bhava only. I am Nrsimhadev is my father and I am his child. Yeah. That's it's not that level of. You will always say, "I am always your servant and you are always my master." Let that be our relation eternally. That's what he says in the 10th chapter. No, so he is in that mood. He has never gone to that level of getting a Sakya Bhav there. But it doesn't matter, because the Lord is completely sold out to him. Just like Lord Ram was sold out to Hanumanji. Okay, so let's do the next one. 15. Naham bibhemyajitateti bhayanakasya jihvarkanetra brukutira bhasogratamstrat antrasrajakshatajakeshara shankukarnan nirhrada bhita digibhadari bhinnakagrat.
A translation by His Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. My Lord, who are never conquered by anyone, I am certainly not afraid of your ferocious mouth and tongue, your eyes bright like the sun, or your frowning eyebrows. I do not fear your sharp pinching teeth, your garland of intestines, your mane soaked with blood, or your high wedge like ears. Nor do I fear your tumultuous roaring, which makes elephants flee to distant places, or your nails, which are meant to kill your enemies.
Now, this is actually describing the Lord in such a beautiful way. And he's telling, I am not afraid of you. It's an insult to the Lord. You are a great person. You are this, you are that. Oh, so difficult to comprehend, whatever. And then finally, I am not afraid of you. Why? Because I am also the same quality as you. Fire particle, fire spark need not be afraid of the fire. Because both is the same quality. Right? So that is where exactly this whole thing is. Naham bibhemi ajitate ati bhayanakasya. Naham bibhemi. First of all, he told, I am not all afraid of. Ajitate, you are unconquerable. That I know, but still I am not bothered. Ati bhayanaka asya. Ati bhayanaka asya means your mouth and your everything is so bhayanak. Jihvarka netra burkuti. Jihvarka, your mouth and your tongue, dueling sword like the tongue. And arka netra, your eyes are like the scorching sun. Burkuti, frowning brows. Rabasa, very strong teeth. Ugra damstra, ferocious teeth. Then antarasraja, that's what we discussed in our discussion also, na? Katha, nursing katha also. That garland of intestine. Kshataja Keshara means his beard and manes and all that. No, it's all filled with blood. This Hiranyakashipu's blood. It just splashed on him, and he was also drinking some of the blood and all that. So it was all everywhere. It was there. Normally, when you see somebody like that, you feel very fearful, na? Shanku Karanan, wedge-like ears. Wedge-like ears. Ears are like wedge. Nirhrada Bhita. Nirhrada Bhita means the roaring sound is frightening. You are making roaring, Garjantam, Garjantam. You are still roaring sound. It's frightening. Bhita Digibat. Digibat means even great elephants are afraid of roaring of the lion. Aribin Nakagrat. You pierce the enemy with your Nakagrat. Naka means edge of the Naka. This whole thing is Naka. This edge is Naka the nails. No hole is nail. But he didn't have to use the whole nail actually. He just did it with the edge of his nail. Like this. That is how nicely is described. That is where all the blood and everything was there. Body particles, everything was there for him. He's saying all this description itself is so fearful, but he's saying, I'm not at all afraid. Right?
Prabhuji, why was he not afraid?
Prabhuji, can I say?
Sorry?
Prabhuji, everyone was so much afraid of this form, Lakshmi Devi, Lord Brahma. All of them were so much afraid of this form. Why Prahlad was not very much afraid?
Because he is cub. The lion and the cub doesn't have to worry. It will cub is of the same quality as a mother.
Prabhuji, actually, even the last line of the purport says that the devotee always takes pleasure in worshipping the Lord and glorifying the Lord in any form.
Any form, either pleasing or fierce.
Yeah. So can joyful be a quality? He's joyful.
How do you say that?
He is taking pleasure even in this form
I'm
which
not
others were.
Pleasure in worshipping the Lord. How do you say that?
When other Mahatmas and sages and demigods and even the eternal consort was fearful of this appearance, he wasn't moved. He was still singing and he was trying to pacify the Lord. You can do that only when you are at peace and joyful, right? You can't otherwise.
Sorry, Mataji, what is that?
Prabhuji, I don't know if it's correct. I'm just thinking it that if Prahlad wasn't at peace of mind and enjoying this moment or joyful about Lord's appearance, then only he can say all these things. When
So it's not
others
coming
like,
out explicitly here, no, Mataji.
okay.
Is it coming out explicitly? He is telling I'm not afraid. He doesn't
He's
say I'm
telling
joyful.
you, yeah, he doesn't say anywhere he's joyful.
Right?
Yeah.
Prabhuji, last time.
Sorry?
Sorry, Prabhuji, I spoke in mute. Can I speak?
Yeah, please.
Prabhuji, last time we had discussed that when one is renounced and detached, one is joyful and fearless. So that's why he is able to, because he's renounced and detached, he's able to take pleasure.
In the previous one, we saw that, right? Now he was detached.
Yes,
Of his
Prabhu.
relationship with father, right?
Yes.
So now here you can look at the quality of, because of his complete faith in Nrsingadev and surrender, that he appears only to protect the devotees, and having taken complete shelter of the Lord, he was not at all afraid of the fearsome form of the Lord. The first thing is he had complete faith in the Lord. Second thing is surrender. And that he appears only to protect the devotees. Krishna is appearing only to protect the devotees. And he had taken complete faith and complete shelter. The cause of his fearlessness, not being afraid, is because he has complete faith and have taken complete shelter. So these two can be called as the qualities coming out here. But as a result of I mean, what is exhibited as a is fearless. Yes, Apurva Mataji.
Prabhuji, but even Arjuna was so surrendered to Krishna, but he was fearful of the Vishwaroop when he saw the Vishwaroop. And even Lakshmi Devi and Brahma
You
ji
know
are
one
also so
thing.
surrendered.
You know one thing. You know why Arjuna was afraid of? Actually, Krishna made him feel afraid. In other words, Krishna cheated him. First, Krishna told that Arjuna was actually seeing the Lord in his original form, but he wanted to see the Vishwarupa form. This I heard from one of the senior Maharajas. I'm just sharing them. So actually, Krishna cheated by telling. He said that I am going to give you Divya Drishti, which is required to see this form. Actually, when he gave the Divya Drishti, he gave a 3D kind of a glass which covered his original vision and gave him the vision to see the Vishwarupa form of the Lord. So later when he said, I want to see your Shyam Sundara form, he said, okay, I will take out the 3D glass. Right? See this, when you go to this 3D movie and all, they will make you wear that glass. Only with that glass, it will feel like it's a special 3D effect will be there. Correct? But
Yes,
your
Prabhuji.
original eyes will not see that as a 3D. It will see as a normal thing only. Right? So Krishna actually cheated him by saying that I am giving you the Drishti, but it's nothing but the 3D glass only. The glass which is not the original thing. It just to see the temporary thing out. So that is why he was afraid. Your Ati Bhayanaka says he is afraid. And what is the other thing that you said?
That Lakshmi Devi is also surrendered to the Lord only, na? Lakshmi Devi and Brahma ji.
Lakshmi Devi, Brahmaji and Lakshmi Devi. See, Lakshmi Devi, Prabhupada writes in his purport also, she was afraid because of the Leela Shakti of the Lord. So there are different Shaktis of Krishna. Okay. Each of these Shaktis have to play a certain role for the Lord's pleasure. That is their service. So when Krishna had to feel afraid of Mother Yashoda, that Kripa Shakti or Leela Shakti had to play a role to make the Lord forget that he is the Supreme Lord. Me. Krishna will not just like that, he will forget himself. He will ask one of his Shaktis to tell that, okay, I mean, he will not even ask. Just by his desire, the Shakti will know. Okay, at so and so time I have to come and make Lord feel that he is not, make the Lord forget that he is the Lord.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Got it? So it is Krishna's special Leela Shakti that made Lakshmi Devi also afraid. Prabhupada writes in the purport, if you read that clearly. Yeah.
Yes, yes. Yes,
And
Prabhuji.
what is the third one you said? Arjuna, Lakshmi, and who
Yeah,
else?
only
Brahma.
these Prabhuji.
Yeah,
Brahma
yeah.
ji and
Brahma and all, because of mixed devotion, they become afraid, all these others. Their devotion is not 100%, 100% pure. Brahmaji 0.01% or something is still there. It might be there, something, even the little bit of tinge. So Prahlad Maharaj is just like when the mother lion roars or father lion roars, the cubs become very happy. They also try to roar. Garjantam, garjayantam, nijabuja patalam, spotayantam, khatantam. Right? The Lord Nrsingadeva roars loudly and causes others to roar. He roars loudly and he causes others to roar. So when he roars, the devotees also roar. Means they preach. Their preaching is the roaring. Their kirtan is the roaring. Their book distribution is the roaring. Right? Roaring means you are convinced that this is the only thing. You need to surrender to the lion like that. The roaring happens.
Hare
Yeah.
Krishna, Prabhuji.
Yes.
Prabhuji, that what you said now, few minutes back, that complete faith, that he has complete faith that Lord appears in such form only to protect devotees, and he's taken complete shelter of the Lord, so he is not afraid of this form of the Lord. So could that mean unflinching devotion as a quality?
Yes.
Okay.
That's the way. That's the faith that he had, unflinching faith.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
So let's note that down. And of course, this quality of fearlessness we can see. You can consider that as one of the qualities here. Devotee is completely fearless, and Prahlad Maharaj exhibited in his fullest. Okay. Shall we move on to the next one?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Sorry, yes, Mataji.
Prabhuji, Prahlad had seen this form of Narasimha earlier also, or this was the first time he was seeing?
Sorry, Mataji.
Prahlad had seen this form of Narasimha earlier also, or this was the first time he had seen?
Well, if you see in this Ahobilam thing, Mataji, there it is said that Prahlad's jail is there, prison in which Prahlad was lodged inside the Prahlad school, right? There is, of course, a replica, this thing, demonstration. But thing is, inside that Yoga Narasimha form, he came and taught Prahlad. So he taught yoga to Prahlad.
Okay.
That's one of the ways in which Prahlad, Narasimhadev made Prahlad, because this Hiranyakashipu was making him to starve. He made him to starve so that by starving he can die. But Narasimhadev taught him how without eating also you can survive by teaching the yoga of, like the yogis, they do yoga and survive without food for a long time, no? Like that. So nothing they taught. So even now if you go in Ahobilam, in the Prahlad school area, there is a small cave kind of a thing. You have to go up, and inside is a very small cave kind of a thing. There you will see Yoga Narasimha on the on DT will be there in the corner. So that is how Narasimha Bhagavan actually taught.
Okay, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Yeah. Fine. Let's go to the next one. Now, in the previous verse, he told that I'm afraid of some of you. I'm not at all afraid of you. That is a big insult for Krishna. But now he's telling even more insult. But I'm afraid of your Maya. Krishna says, those who are surrendered to me, they are not afraid of Maya. They can easily cross over the Maya Metam Karantite. But what is Prahlad Maharaj saying? I'm not afraid of you, but I'm afraid of Maya, your material knowledge. Krastos Myaham, if somebody can recite. I don't want to just be hugging this thing. Somebody want to recite? See, we have to go through the word-to-word meaning and purport also. Please, I'm just doing a 1 or 2 demonstration, but if we can do this at home, the subsequent slokas in our next session, you will be able to do it with better this thing. Okay, we will come up with a better preparation, and we can discuss more detail. Yes.
Shall I try reciting?
Yes.
त्रस्तोऽस्म्यहं कृपणवत्सलदुःसहोग्र संसारचक्र कदनाग्रसतां प्रणीतः बद्धः स्वकर्मभिरुषत्तमतेऽङ्घ्रिमूलं प्रीतोपवर्गशरणं
Hoyase means you will call me.
Kadanu.
See, this thing, Prabhupada writes that word Kripana Vatsala is such a beautiful word. Very, very rarely this word is used. This addressing is used. Kripana Vatsala means, oh my Lord, who are so kind to the fallen souls who have no spiritual knowledge. The main thing. So this is how kind he is. The Lord is how kind he is. Kripana Vatsala. And he's saying, who are so kind to the fallen souls who have no spiritual knowledge. I am like that, he's saying. Dussaha, Ugra, is very difficult to tolerate. And it's Ugra, completely, Ugra means it is ferocious. Samsara Chakra Kadanat, cycle of birth and death. Samsara Chakra means cycle of birth and death. Kadanat means from such a miserable condition. Grasatam Pranitaha. See, this word is very beautiful. We have to enjoy word by word how much Prahlad Maharaj, Prabhupada, not more than Prahlad Maharaj, Prabhupada is actually enjoying this so much. So we are double Dhamaka we call, no? Prahlad's Dhamaka and Prabhupada's Dhamaka also, right? So here you see, Grasata means among other conditioned souls who devour one another. The miserable condition he is having, see how beautiful it is. Grasata means among other conditions who devour one another. The devour means they eat each other, they bite each other, they hit each other. Everything is like so horrible thing that is. I hit you, you hit me, etc., etc. And I am in that condition, and I am afraid of that. It's intolerable for me. Your form is not at all intolerable because it is the source of happiness for me, source of fearlessness for me. But this one is very difficult. And then he's saying, Pranita, I've been thrown into this. This Maya, it does two things. One is Avaranatmika Shakti, Prakshipatmika Shakti. It covers you and it throws you away from Krishna towards the material energy. Right? So they devour one another. See, they devour one another is a very interesting thing, when wild animals, when they fight with each other, they will devour one another. They will just bite each other and like to kill each other also. So badly they will fight. So humans are also fighting like that. They are saying, but in this such a condition, he is not telling that I am what you call. He is not telling that you have put me into this situation. He is saying Baddaha, I am bound. Swakarma bir, by my own karma. This is the important thing that we should know. Unless and until we accept any situation as my own creation, my own karma, we will never be able to get out of that. The day we accept that is so and so thing is my karma, we will be able to accept it, tolerate it. But if it's keep thinking that it is not mine, someone else has done it, you will never find the end of the tunnel. There is no light at the end of the tunnel. Okay? So Swakarma Bir, Ushattama, oh greatly insurmountable Lord, Te Angri Moolam, I am come to your soul of your lotus feet. Pritaha, be pleased with me. Now I see this is a beautiful thing here. Being pleased with me. What is a beautiful point coming out here?
Hare Krishna Guruji, can I try?
Hmm.
Guruji, Preeta, we usually consider it to be a love, but here it is.
No.
Being,
It is about active voice, passive voice.
Maybe Prahlad Maharaj is
He's
putting himself
not
out
trying to
of the
say.
scene.
No,
Yeah.
very simple. He's saying being pleased with me.
That's it. It's
He's
upon
not
Lord.
saying I have pleased you.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's saying being pleased with me, which means getting pleased is your prerogative. I may do some service, but I cannot say that hey, I have pleased Krishna. No, how can I decide that I have pleased Krishna? Krishna, you be pleased with me. I cannot please you. I don't have any capacity to please you. The child does not have the capacity to please the father. Father has to be pleased with the child, isn't it? Anyone whom you love, you cannot please them. You may do something, but they have to be pleased with you. That is when you have really achieved something. Because the moment I say I am pleasing, I comes, ego comes, right? So that is why Prabhupada is so clear here that being pleased with me, you be pleased with me. Whichever way you will please, I don't know. Because I am like, I am being devoured, I am feeling the pain, I am feeling trouble, everything. I am still not out of the bodily consumption. Irrespective of all these things, in spite of all these things, still you be pleased with me. You being pleased with me is your mercy upon me. I cannot demand you. Please see, I am doing so much, you be pleased with me. I cannot demand you like that. Karma means that's it. You have to suffer means you'll have to suffer. Got it? Prabhupada writes, so Prito Appavarga Sharanam Bhaise Pradhan. If you are pleased with me only, I can come to you. I cannot come there out of my own endeavor. The only way I can come to you, your eternal dham, is when you are pleased with me. I have to do the endeavor though, but achieving that your pleasure or doing, making you pleased is not in my hands. You see the subtle thing there? That is how devotees talk. That is how devotees think. Who is Krishna? He is so great. Who am I? I am such a rascal. How can I please Krishna? He has to be pleased out of his own. There's a very beautiful purport. We'll have to read that purport today. Otherwise, our class is not successful. So, anybody has a screen share on the computer or whatever, please you can share the screen because I am going to read it from my book. So, I love reading from my book. 1:6:19, I think.
This is the one, Prabhuji?
Yes. Idrikshitadaham bhuyah pranidhaya manohridi vikshamaanopi napashyam avitupta ivatra. Please read the translation.
I desired to see again that transcendental form of the Lord, but despite my attempts to concentrate upon the heart with eagerness to view the form again, I could not see him anymore and thus dissatisfied. I was very much aggrieved.
So this is Narad Muni telling to Vyasadeva about his past life, right? So he was trying with his own endeavor. He was not able to see the Lord. Now Prabhupada writes the most amazing purport, most amazing. This is very much connected to the point we are discussing. Let's read this purport.
Yes, Prabhuji. There is no mechanical process to see the form of the Lord. It completely
No
depends.
mechanical process. What is a mechanical process?
Step by step, as in.
Well, it is something which you do. You know that this is a input, that is I'm following the process, and the output has to be there. 100 times, 1,000 times, million times, you do also the process. If you do the same process, give the same input, the output will be the same. There is no other factors that is governing that, correct? That's what normally mechanical process means, isn't it? You write a program and you execute it, the same result will come every time, isn't it? That is mechanical process. Mechanical process means I will be able to achieve the desired goal independent of Krishna, independent of Krishna's mercy or Krishna's intervention. So that is why saying there is no mechanical process to see the form of the Lord. You cannot do it yourself. It completely depends. Please read that next line, Mataji.
It completely depends on the causeless mercy of the Lord.
Please go ahead, Mataji.
We cannot demand the Lord to be present before our vision, just as we cannot demand the sun to rise whenever we like. The sun
I cannot
rises.
tell Krishna, that Krishna, I have chanted 16 rounds, come on, you give your darshan to me. Krishna will say, man, first of all, you should have pleased me by your chanting. Your chanting is not worth seeing yourself in your mirror. What to speak of seeing me? Means when we are chanting properly, our face changes. Our joy comes in our face. And frankly speaking, we become transcendental. Because you are touching the transcendental sound vibration of Krishna. Here we are getting association of the transcendental sound vibration of Krishna. Correct? But if you're chanting superficially or mechanically, the transcendental touch will not happen. When the transcendental touch does not happen, our face will be like a Sadhava Kela only. And that Sadhava Kela, how can you see in the screen? Rotten banana. In the I mean to say in a mirror or whatever. Right? So that is the thing. We cannot demand the Lord to be present before your vision. We cannot demand. Come on, Krishna, I have offered 108 bhogas. Come on, you have to come and. No. He said, have you offered it with love? Have you offered with no expectation? Have you offered it with humility? Have you offered it with gratitude? Have you offered it with determination? The full surrender. All these things Krishna will do that. Then it may happen. So please read further, Madhu.
The sun rises out of his own accord. So also the Lord is pleased to be present out of his causeless mercy.
He may be pleased when you just offer one small, say, 2-3 grapes also, he will be pleased. One tulsi also he will be pleased, provided there is bhakti in there. He may not choose to please even if you offer the full bhoga, all this thing. We saw that in our Pune thing, Namataji, that Na Bhajati Kumanishanam Saijyam, 4:31:21. Remember? We read that one where Krishna loves the devotional service of those who don't possess anything other than devotional service. Right? They feel only bhakti is their only possession. Such people's love only he appreciates. He will accept like that. So now please continue further.
One should simply await the opportune moment and go on discharging his prescribed duty in the devotional service of the Lord. Narad Muni thought that...
Doesn't mean that Krishna is going to be pleased out of his own accord. What am I going to do? When he will please, we don't know. Why should I unnecessarily get into this business? Let him get pleased whenever he wants. I don't want to do this. Not like that. He's saying, keep on discharging your prescribed duties, but wait for the opportune moment. When Krishna is giving the mercy, you should receive it. But then whenever it comes, we don't know. But you keep on discharging until then. Discharging your prescribed duties until then. Right?
Yes, Prabhuji, it reminds me of Prataprudra Maharaj.
Yes, he was not doing all those things to please Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He was doing it only to he just wanted to just do it, that's all. Now please read further, the beautiful things are coming now in this purport.
Narad Muni thought that the Lord could be seen again by the same mechanical process which was successful in the first attempt. But in spite of his utmost endeavor, he could not make the second attempt successful. The Lord
What
is
made his first attempt mechanical? Please tell me first of all whether his first attempt was mechanical or not.
Yes, because it is mentioned here like that.
You should be convinced by it, Mataji. Just because Prabhupada has written, you should not immediately say so. You should first of all be convinced. If it is mechanical process, then how did Krishna come? If it is mechanical process, Krishna should not have come no, in the first attempt. He only says so. Did you get my point or no?
Yeah.
We should think through that. You have no problem. You don't have to worry about fighting with Prabhupada. He loves. Prabhupada loves when you fight with him. Prabhupada, why did you write like this? You should ask him. Only then you will give the answer. If you don't ask, you will not give the answer. So you tell me, anybody in this group can tell. It's free for anybody to answer. Whether the first attempt is mechanical or not. If it was mechanical, why did he appear?
First attempt was more of Ashtanga Yoga process he was following, and it was not
It's
purely.
all devotional service, nothing to do with Ashtanga Yoga at all. He was initiated, Ashtanga Yoga may be possible, he was meditating on the Lord. So there is no difference between Ashtanga Yoga and our chanting. At the end of the day, he was doing what was taught by the rishis, and it was devotional service only.
Okay.
Okay, let me clarify it. Let me give the answer. I don't want to carry on with this thing. It was spiritual. It was a spiritual process. The first attempt was a spiritual process until he thought that I can get the same thing second time also. The moment he thought like that, it became mechanical. But he thought like that only after taking darshan of the Lord. And Krishna vanished. You understand? Until that point, it was spiritual. But the process became mechanical when he thought that he can repeat the same thing again and get it done. And get the darshan once again. You understand? Are you getting it? I don't think our Gita Mataji is fully got it.
No, yes, Raja, I got it actually. That
Very simple,
because
Mataji. See, now you are chanting. Yeah. When you are chanting, suddenly some nice feelings come, some nice bhav, something comes. Okay. Until that point, you are not expecting anything. It was free from apeksham. So Krishna bestows his mercy upon us. Okay. As soon as the mercy comes, we start appreciating ourselves. Hey, I did some good chanting. Krishna has given this. So I go and tell people, Prabhuji, I got this nice thing here, nice experience here. Mataji, you know what? I got Krishna's darshan. Krishna, one flower fell from there. So it was a auspicious thing for me. Or I saw something and it automatically happened. So suddenly tears coming from my eyes. Like this, I go and explain to somebody about my ecstasies. That moment it becomes mechanical. Got it? So it was not fully mechanical the first time, because if it is mechanical, Krishna will not appear. Krishna has appeared, so it was without expectation he did it the first time. So that's why he got the darshan. But after he got the darshan, he thought, I can repeat this any number of times, and whenever I do this meditation, Krishna will come. on demand. And that's where Krishna said, no, this is mechanical. You are not including or you are not giving importance to the causeless mercy. You are only thinking that I will endeavor, I will get it. I will endeavor, I will get it. There is no concept of Krishna there. There is no space for Krishna there. That is why Prabhupada writes here as a mechanical process which was successful in the first attempt. You understand? Now you got it now? So any of our thing can turn from spiritual to mechanical depending on how we experience it and how we utilize it for our as an inspiration to our future service. Duryodhana was blaspheming Vidura like anything. But Viduraji took it as a Krishna's mercy. So that blasphemy itself became spiritual for him. It's a spiritual experience for him. He didn't have any grudge. Prabhupada writes he was not sorry. Right? So when Vidura was experiencing this blasphemy, he was actually thanking Duryodhana from within. Because it is the spiritual experiences pierces through the false ego layer, if at all it is there, and directly hits the Atma for experience. Spiritual experiences are not experienced by the false ego platform. It is not experienced on the false ego platform. It is experienced in the Atma platform. You understand? Now you got it, how the whole thing works. So Vidura was experiencing, even though the process was very unfavorable and very unpalatable, what was happening, he was seeing Krishna there. Okay, let's go further.
Sorry, the Lord is completely independent.
That line again we should read. 1 second half is still pending.
Radmini thought that the Lord could be seen again by the same mechanical process which was successful in the first attempt, but in spite of his utmost endeavor, he could not make the second attempt successful.
Now, what do you mean by success here?
If he has seen the Lord again, then that would be a success.
Seeing the Lord is a success, basically. Correct. But the point here is, that's not the only success. What do you experience after seeing the Lord? Or what do you experience in the journey? You don't see the Lord at the end of that process. You see the Lord in the process itself. The process itself is Krishna. You understand? The meditation process or smaranam, that smaranam process itself is Krishna. That's what we studied in our discussion also, no? There is no difference between darshanam and prayers and smaranam and all that, because they are all non-different from each other. They are all same, Krishna only. Right? So the success, it was not successful in the second attempt because he was not seeing Krishna in that process. He was thinking that at the end of the process, Krishna will come. He did not see the process itself as Krishna. You understand? Let's go further. Just for information, these words we have covered already in our Glories of Narad Muni thing. But these points are new. This is digging deeper. I don't think we discussed this point in our, I don't know, many of you are here who were part of our discussion. Some of you have not been there. But this is the thing that is coming. See, what can we do? Krishna is like that. He is hiding behind and new thing that he is just like the magician takes from the hat, takes one rabbit, no, like that. I don't know why they always take only rabbit. No, there are so many other animals. Maybe rabbit is the only one that will not make noise. We don't know. Maybe that's why he has kept it there. Anyway, so let's read further.
Yes, Prabhuji. The Lord is completely independent of all obligations. He can simply be
He
bound.
is not obliged. Just because we are doing something, offering some big bhoga or giving a lot of Lakshmi doesn't mean that you will come and surrender for that Lakshmi that you are giving.
So he is not obliged when to pull which rabbit like that. He is not obliged.
Yeah.
He can simply be bound up by the tie of unalloyed devotion, nor is he visible or perceivable by our material senses. When he
See, he is simply bound by the tie of unalloyed devotion. Unalloyed devotion means, Krishna, I am just doing this process, chanting, reading Bhagavatam or Seva or whatever it is. Coming or not, making me feel happy or not, is up to you. If you make me miserable also, Marbi Rakobi Jo Icha Tohar. Tu adhikar, Pratida se tu adhikar. I am Das. You can do whatever you want with me. That is unalloyed devotion. Right? Let's go further.
when he pleases, being
This
satisfied.
line, this line is what connects us to the original point. Please read this slowly.
When he pleases, being satisfied with the sincere attempt of devotional service, depending completely on the mercy of the Lord, then he may be seen out of his own accord.
So in this line, what is Krishna's activity and what is our activity? You please find out. Anybody can say.
Our activity is sincere attempt. And Krishna's activity is he can choose whether he can be satisfied or not.
Everything, that's what. He pleases. Nobody can force him to be pleased. He has to choose himself to be pleased. He can do whichever way he wants. Being satisfied, that is also his prerogative. That sincere attempt of devotional service depending completely on the mercy of the Lord. These two things, mercy is also his. Only dependence is ours. So the whole thing is ours. Then he may be seen. You can see him, he did not write. Prabhupada writes, he may be seen. See the passive voice here. You may see him means it becomes your is under your control. No. Krishna has to voluntarily come under our control. Until then, we cannot do anything. So be pleased, be satisfied. Mercy is his. Then he may be seen out of his own accord. See, everything is his. So where is ours? Yes, Abu.
Prabhuji, why this line, when he pleases whom? It should have been
He
when he is
pleased. No,
pleased.
when he's, yeah, that's just a, it's not a grammar mistake actually, but it's a different way of saying that. That's all. When he pleases, when he's pleased, basically. Okay. Smita Mataji?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam.
Dandavat Pranam Mataji.
Prabhuji, I just thought I can share this. What remains in our hands is just sincere endeavors from our end.
That's all.
It.
That sincere endeavor means without expectation and without any without lacking any the what do you call without
Ulterior
lacking
motive?
without lacking the sincerity. There's no lack of sincerity or commitment. Got it? This last line is the most important line. If you understand this line, then we will go back to our original discussion. Okay. So we will stop with this. Everything is Krishna's. He will decide whatever he wants to do. All we have to do is simply Sincerely, try that's all. Yes, sorry, Mataji. Vijay Savadra Mataji, please.
How do we understand whether he is pleased or not?
You will be satisfied. Yasmin tushte jagat tushtam. Not only
The
we,
journey
others also will
itself.
be satisfied. That's what is the whole theme, na? Yasmin tushte jagat tushtam. If he goes into the happiness, joy, it will be automatically distributed to everyone. So our devotional service must force him to be happy. How it force to happy? You cannot tell Krishna, come on, be happy, be satisfied, be satisfied. No. Simply keep on doing everything. Sometimes he may do something here, something there. He may give a lot of challenges. So, okay, that's it. Accept it. What can I do?
In between, whenever the challenges come, things of like leave it. Doing some service, and in between the challenges come, so we feel
We drop
like
it. We drop it. Yeah, we drop it. Krishna does not like that. It's very dangerous taskmaster he is. He will give you the hard task also. He will make everybody chastise you, blaspheme you, everything. Still, you have to continue. Finally, he will make you glorify. He will glorify you even more. Like Bali Maharaj. So much test he gave. Test over test over test over test over test. He made him kneel in front of the very same people who are like his, were all his servants. He just one order he gives, everybody will run around to get it fulfilled. In front of that same people, he had to be kneeling down and with his head bent down. And he didn't say a single word. That's what pleased Krishna. Okay, we'll stop here. Krishna willing, after this we will continue
Prabhuji, I have a
next session.
question.
Yes, Mataji.
Prabhuji, so in this verse, Krishna, Prahlad Maharaj is saying that I'm very much afraid of my condition. And later on in this Naivodvijay shloka, that he says
Hold on.
I'm,
We will discuss that in our next session, but I forgot to share some points from this. Now we only discussed the word-to-word meaning and translation. See, Purport Prabhupada writes something very interesting. The Lord is extremely anxious to deliver the conditioned souls, and therefore he instructs all of us to return home back to Godhead. Sarvadharman Parityaja Mama Kansharam. Because Prahlad Maharaj expected that the Lord, by his kindness, would call him again to the shelter of his lotus feet. In other words, everyone should be eager to return home back to Godhead, taking shelter of the lotus feet of the Lord, and thus being fully trained in Krishna consciousness. This is the point. This Prabhupada is writing very nicely. Taking shelter of the lotus feet of the Lord, thus being fully trained in Krishna consciousness. Then, see, this quality here is, we can see the qualities: earnestly hoping for the Lord's mercy, association, and service. These three things. You have to hope for the Lord's mercy, association, and service. But you should not be eager that I should get it, I should get it. Krishna, if you feel so, if you think that I deserve it, you please give your mercy. Next, taking full responsibility of his situation, swakarma bihi. He says, no, swakarma bihi, of being thrown into the materialist. He's not putting the blame on Krishna or anyone else. My father did this, my mother did this, my grandfather did this. That is not right. So, second point is this: taking full responsibility of his situation, full ownership. Third is very careful about the dangerous material energy. This is an important quality of a devotee. Devotee doesn't take the material energy lightly. And praying to the Lord to be pleased with him and offer the opportunity for us. Basically seeking Krishna, praying to Krishna, please give me an opportunity to render service to you. So the whole thing is. Yeah. With this, we'll stop here. And hopefully we'll continue I don't know. Next week I'm bit with travel and other things, but somehow we'll squeeze an hour in between and try to go further. So today, how many shlokas we did? 2, 3 shlokas?
3 shlokas. Yeah, Prabhuji.
3 shlokas we did.
14, 15, 16. Yeah.
Okay. No worries. We'll do this. Okay. Thank you.
This
Hare
week
Krishna.
Saturday.
Sorry,
No,
Mataji.
This week Saturday class is not there, no?
You mean our satsang program?
Our Bhagavata Vichar.
No,
Class,
Bhagavata
like-
Vichara, normally I do it on Saturday evenings, but let me see how my day goes. If tomorrow evening we have some time, I think we cannot do the next session tomorrow.
Okay,
But we'll see. I will have to see how my day goes.
Okay, sure.
Okay. Thank you, Mataji. Granthara Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Srila
Thank you.
Prabhupada ki jai, Srila Gurudev ki jai. Entire Gaur
Jai.
Pramanande, Hari Hari Bol, Vancha Kalpa,
Hari Hari
Prabhyascha
Bol.
Kalpa, Sundhuvacha,
Panchakalpatarubhishcha
Patitanam,
kripasintu
Pavana Vishnu, Namo Namaha.
Patitanam
Jai, jai.
Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo
Dandavat
Namo Namaha.
pranam. Thank you
Dandavat
so much,
pranam.
Krishna.
Thank you so much,
Krishna.
Prabhuji. Dandavat pranam.